This is a demonstration of mobile video edge as compared to a native stream being displayed in video LAN. On the right is the mobile video edge client, which is running RTSP against a micro NVR mobile video edge server. The server is connected to a hotspot video encoder. This is a D1 resolution image, VGA 640 by 480. It's running at 25 frames per second natively out of the camera. Any jerkiness that you see in the video is caused by my video screen recorder. You can see on the right we're adjusting the bandwidth down to 250 kilobits per second. The native stream on the left, which is being played through video LAN, is running at 1 megabit per second approximately. And you can see that the resolution of the system is very good at 250 kilobits per second. Now we're going to take it down to about 100 kilobits per second, maintaining that VGA resolution. We're down at around 12 frames per second. Now we're down at about 9, 8, but you can see that the resolution is still pretty good at 100 kilobits per second when compared to the native stream at 1 megabit per second, 10 times larger. Now we're going to take it down to about 50 kilobits per second, and this is where the image starts getting washed out. However, this does mean that you will be able to connect over any broadband connection, even a dial-up modem or GSM Edge. So you can see we can scale the image down, we can scale it back up, and we'll put it back to its native size. This is the VGA resolution image. Again, at 30 kilobits per second, we're getting 3 frames per second, and that would be the type of image that you would have in a very remote location compared to the native stream at 1 megabit per second. We are recording on the micro NVR, which is attached to the encoder, at full resolution. So I can play back at full resolution, viewing live at a rate adapted resolution. Again, we're running back at 250 kilobits per second. Now we've zoomed the image up to full resolution. It's consuming about 1 megabit per second, and we're getting 23 to 25 frames per second out of the camera. We're going to compare that to video LAN, and we'll resize that to the same size. And you can see that the native image that's coming directly out of the encoder, which is attached to the analog camera, is identical to what's coming out of MVE. So a given appropriate bandwidth, MVE will give you the highest resolution image possible at the fastest frame rate. But as your bandwidth gets constrained, the image will be adjusted to fit the available bandwidth. Not all connections can be made using RTP. RTSP, RTP is what the native protocol is for both video LAN and MVE. But we're using TCP at this point, and TCP allows transitions over NATed routers and things like that. And you can see we can adjust the bandwidth again, throttling it down. Here we're running at about 500 kilobits per second versus the native stream of a megabit per second. And the image quality is still just as good. We can also run using UDP, and UDP is run on Mobile Video Edge as a push protocol. It allows a reduction of about 10% in overhead for the stream, so you can get a little better throughput, particularly over wireless links that are asymmetric. And we'll bring it back up to full resolution, and you can see that it's going to run at approximately 10 to 15% lower aggregate bandwidth than what you'd see on the other side through the native connection to the camera. One of the features that MVE supports that other players don't is GPS coordinates. And we can go ahead and open up a map. We can show you the map. If the camera was a PTZ, we could also show you presets for the PTZ in the lower right. You could control the PTZ, panning the camera around in various directions remotely through our interface. And again, we're running at unlimited UDP protocol at this point. I can blow the map up and I can zoom in to see the exact position and the field of view of the camera. So we're looking from our office across the street at the pharmacy, and